On today's Learn Your Camera Settings with Candy, we're talking about white balance. So white balance is essentially how your camera reads a scene, reads a room. Now you have to be very careful because if you have it in auto white balance, it sometimes can read the scene a little too warm and we look like we've been baked under the sun, okay? No, factor 50 is saving us here, honey. And then sometimes it can read too blue and we start to question whether Papa Smurf is indeed our daddy. Now, we can do this deliberately. We can change the white balance to how we feel and we can nudge that bad boy back and forth to however we feel, because we're shooting in RAW, and only if we're shooting in RAW, because it doesn't matter, because when we import it we can revert it to however we want. If we're shooting in JPEG only, we can't really do that as well. In fact, it's probably going to really ruin your picture. All right, one thing to watch out for though is that when you change that white balance, it changes how all the other colors are seen, and you might find if you get your white balance wrong, blues and purples in particular can start looking like one another, and you're like okay, get sus on that one. When it comes to portraits and we're thinking, okay, Candy, I want to get that right, I want to get that white balance right, we can grey card, which is literally showing up a grey piece of card. I think it's like 25% grey, and we can do it. Now, one of the tips I was learned, if you don't remember to grey card because, I don't know, you're out and about living your best life, sometimes using the whites of someone's eyes can help you. But be warned, if they've got a little bit of problems with their dehydration or some liver cirrhosis, they might end up with yellow tinted eyes. One of the things to watch out for is particularly when you're shooting weddings, that bride had a white dress, not a blue tinged dress. All right, my babes, all right? Your white balance can be read wrong by your camera. Don't worry, it's just throwing a temper tantrum or a temperature tantrum. Gag, dad joke. But you can fix that in post-production. Have no fear. If you don't have to grade card, I know. But I will encourage you to grade card, particularly if you're doing something like headshots, where colour is important, fashion, product shots, try and grade card, all right? You can buy one really cheaply or get yourself a colour passport, which is what I have. Anyway, I'm going to toodle pip, and I'll teach you some more settings in the next video.